Hello, everyone. It's been another minute. How's it going? This is CJM Extra, and I am your host, Jeff, and I am here with.
Michael?
And it's just us two today because everyone else is busy, and I didn't really say I was going to do it. It's been a minute. I would like to have everyone on. However, we'll just take it, we'll just do it like this for now because I
Yeah,
feel like it just gets kind of busy and everything, and everyone like for like Ben, he's busy at the moment. Rocky, I don't want to ruin her sleep schedule, or whatever. And Chris
mm,
is gone on a family trip or
mm,
something. He'll be back.
yeah, he's like out, but he'll be back Saturday for the April Fool's stream.
Yep, he'll be back to streaming, and pretty much we're gonna have to like shift certain things around what we've been doing. But since it's been a minute, Michael, how have you been, my friend?
I've been good, been busy with work and, family stuff, and, um, my grandmother is actually in the hospital.
Oh no!
Um, um, yeah, she has something, like obstructing her bowels,
Oh
and so she had,
no!
um, yeah, she had to go through like a the cleansing. So she's been there. She's alright. Last I heard, I did get to see her Sunday, and
Hmm.
she was alright. Like it's first time in like I say 3 years since I've seen her.
Hmm.
So it was not the way I wanted to see her, but at least I got to see her. She was
Hmm.
alright, alright. For the most part, she was still talking about paying her bills. So I guess she's alright.
Grandmas are
Like,
very spunky. They're always like up to do things and everything. They never stop, more or less.
yeah, she was just on her phone. I was like, oh my. And she's like, Michael, you can help me get past, those questions. You have to prove you're not an AI, like, how
Yeah,
many bridges are in this picture or cars? Like,
yeah.
uh,
Cars, trees, all that shit.
yeah, yeah, so I helped my grandma with that. I got to hear Kara, got to hear Layla couldn't go in sadly because she's a child, and but she was able to like outside
Okay.
area.
Hmm.
Uh,
Layla's like 6 now, right? 7?
yeah, she's 6. She'll be 7 next month on the
Nice.
8th.
And
Yes.
so she was still too young to go see her great grandma at this point. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Sadly, they don't allow like children beyond like a certain point because of reasons
Yeah, of course. Of course.
and stuff. So yeah. So for the most part, I've been that work. I've been reading on my as I shared Discord of my childhood Sherlock
Sherlock
Holmes.
Holmes.
Yes, Jeremy, the late Jeremy Brett, who was Sherlock Holmes, from 84 to 94,
Hmm.
and and you know he was like actor who he's like one of the best Sherlock Holmes in the world, I think.
Hmm.
And, and I mean, he kind of lived like a sad life, sadly, because he's sort of like bipolar disease, and especially in the later years, if you ever if you ever seen or get a chance to watch Jeremy Brett has Sherlock Holmes, you can tell the difference as the years goes on, and so sadly, his stuff sort of declined, but he still kept his spirit, and yeah, and it's an interesting read. It's kind of bittersweet read, but it's still interesting. Look,
Hmm.
and so, and of course, Jeremy Prince, Sherlock Holmes had some interesting actors appear, including some Star Trek alumni or appear in Star like Next Generation and stuff, including Donna Troy herself. cameo kind of small role um other actors including Star Wars,
Hmm.
Captain Nita, poor Nita, the guy apologies accepted, Captain Nita makes an appearance in the miniseries. Um, one of the Nazis, well, actually, two of the Nazis from Indiana Jones. Sorry, they make an appearance in just different characters. And see what else. Oh, and of course, a former James Bond villain plays the older brother Michael in the series.
Hmm.
Yeah, also the narrator of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and yeah, so a lot of tidbits, and also Guard's brother in the New Generation series makes an appearance in the show as well, and probably one of the most famous Sherlock Holmes stories, The Speckled Band,
What?
The Adventure of the Speckled Band.
Okay. That's the
Yeah,
biggest Sherlock Holmes story?
yeah, it's probably one of the most famous because it's a snake.
Huh.
And snake involved murder, etc., etc. So it's probably behind, I say, Element the Baskervilles as one of the most
The Hound of the
famous Sherlock Holmes stories.
Baskervilles.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of adaptations to that story.
I remember. Oh, well, the first time I ever heard of Sherlock Holmes as a kid was on an episode of. It was like supposed to be like a kind of a parody on Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, where Chip was a big fan of Sherlock Gnomes or something. It was like
Yes,
or whatever, and
yes.
and that
Apparently,
was basically the Hound of the Baskerville.
yeah. They're parodying that because that's like the most famous story of so many adaptations. Serious, I'm serious, most serious. Um, couple, I think, comical, including one with Dudley Moore in it. So that's gonna be a parody right there. There.
Mhm. And I can't say I've ever read a Sherlock Holmes novel. There was a brief moment I thought I was, but I never did pull that trigger. But I have been fascinated because Sherlock Holmes's story is well known, and it has become part of the pop culture scene of like various, I guess Hollywood bad adaptations, depending or whatever, or just being like referenced in certain like mystery shows or whatever sometimes.
Yeah, he's become like the world, like worldwide. He's like the best known, like most famous detective ever.
Fictional, but we don't know. But he could have been alive or based on someone. Who knows?
Well, he was based on a real life person, that Arthur Conan Doyle, um, knew,
Hmm.
the actual student of space briefly on Dr. Joseph Bell,
Hmm.
who was a surgeon.
Huh.
Interesting enough. So it's a mix of Bell, Doyle himself, and Watson at home
Hmm.
too. And so, like, Arthur Conan Doyle, uh, kind of, kind of came to despise the creation of Holmes, sadly, because, due to creator, like, a backlash, I think. Just
Hmm.
like, he got grew tired, which is why he originally cut him off, then, like, no years later, brought him back. After, like, I think, like, 10 years, something like that.
Hmm.
Uh, he decided, yeah, I'm gonna come back. And he wrote 60 canon stories, 4 novels, 56 short stories.
Short stories.
Yeah, and like 8 or 9 pages maybe,
Wow, that
depending
is short.
depending on like what book it might be like 8 or 9 pages.
Hmm. So even if they're like 9 pages, does that mean it's still relatively kind of long, or no?
I don't know. I guess they could be long depending. I guess the story. I think
Hmm.
too.
And since we're on the whole thing about Sherlock Holmes and everything, I recall we had a conversation about this, and I believe you mentioned that Sherlock Holmes apparently all on his downtime he also did like what cocaine. He boiled cocaine. He did cocaine or
Yeah, he did cocaine. He did cocaine. Um, when he was like doing jobs, or like when he was like really bored and stuff, and, and yeah, or when he needed like stimulation because he was in a case, he would dabble in drugs, particularly cocaine. Uh, Eventually, he stopped using it, and I'm even Jeremy for himself in the series. He kind of like um he got him in trouble, and like he found out that kids were watching the series and were like looking up to his portrayal of Pollock. So he actually had to get permission to from that time the Doyle state
Mhm.
to pretty much bury the cocaine syringe in an episode because
Hmm.
because like he felt like uncomfortable when the kids were like watching it. It's like,
Well,
yeah,
that's actually very conscientious of him.
yeah, because there are instances in the series where it's implied he uses cocaine and he kind of like is you know in the series, and it's like, yeah, you can tell like either he's loopy or he's like kind of like like yeah, he dabbled in the quote unquote
Would you?
cocaine quote unquote.
Mm.
Yeah.
Would you say that given Sherlock's high like genius, like he's a genius in detective work, but
Mm-hmm.
he has bad social skills and graces, but he is charming, but bad social skills sometimes. Would you say he is
Yeah,
neurotypical?
yeah, I think so because like many like social norms Sherlock would care less about and stuff,
Hmm.
including like facts that don't like apply to be freaking out, including like if like damn, it doesn't matter if the sun like the earth revolves around the sun, like like oh like it doesn't matter to him. It's like useless fact
He has children?
and um, no,
Oh, okay.
no, he's a ratchet. That older brother is
Oh, so
7 years old.
that was true because I recall talking to you once about adoption of Moriarty Patriarch Act or something anime, and it said he had an older brother and or whatever,
Yes.
and he always just he was not dismissive of his younger brother, but he was like always on his toes, like he was a little bit he was a little bit more better than Sherlock sometimes in terms of other aspects of their lives or whatever. And
Yeah, like Mycroft was considered like much like more observant and stuff. But the only reason why he doesn't do anything is he's lazier than Sherlock.
yeah.
I mean, for the most part, like he'll figure things out, but he isn't gonna like do the footwork.
I
To,
like. Oh, nice, nice. He,
yeah, and you'll be
he
like,
won't do the
he'll
legwork.
have it on his end, but then like Sherlock, you go do it and come back to me if if I'm right. Which he is, but he
That's
just doesn't.
funny.
So usually he goes out there for instance like so like Sherlock's sometimes surprised when when Mycroft doing something like not so like in the two appearances
Mhm.
like what it just blows his mind.
I I also can't forget, of course, the Great Mouse Detective, as thoroughly based on
Yes,
Sherlock Holmes, which we've also seen as kids and have talked about as well. That's still a
yes,
great movie.
it is. It's one of my favorites.
I remember seeing that in theaters actually.
Yeah, same here.
It still stands up if you watch it now. It still stands. Like, yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, it's like underrated.
It is because I think the highlight of the Disney era didn't come at least until like when they had the Little Mermaid, and then they were just going off like thieves in the night with all the other animated films from like 1989 to like 1995, 97, more or less.
It sounds about right because like Aladdin, Little Mermaid, Lion King, of course.
Of course,
Pocahontas, uh, Hunchback, um,
I could have sworn
trying to-
Hunchback was a little bit less more underrated, even though it is
yeah,
good. I
it's
wouldn't say it's
underrated.
like the great thing. It was good.
It was good, and like no one would say it's like the best, but it's like a decent film, I think. Yeah,
I think the
like people say Lion King,
mhm.
Aladdin, Mermaid, probably top three of the '90s. I'd say.
Yes, yes, and Mulan. I believe for me, and I believe in my opinion, I think for Mulan that came out in like 1998. I
Yes.
think that was like the last hurrah for the Disney animated era. I think, in my opinion,
Yeah.
because it had the song that "I Will Make a Man Out of You," and
Mm-hmm.
who's who that song by sung by her, and then Christina Aguilera was great. Who was that girl I see in the mirror or whatever? Sorry, I can't remember. It's been years,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah.
Yeah.
But going back to we were initially talking about because of the Great Mouse Detective, uh, and also adding to that, Rescuers Down Under also didn't do well. It was an underrated treasure, I say.
Yes, it was. It was like I liked it, but sadly it didn't do as well.
I think that was
I
the
think
last. Oh, I'm sorry. Go on.
I think it's because like not a lot of kids remember the original one came out in like '70s.
Late 70s. And, no, and none of us were here, so we made. I mean, it's like you rented that shit like randomly, but you didn't really think it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
much.
yeah, and they're renting or watching on Disney Channel.
Yeah.
Mm,
um, but Rescue, and that was like I think Rescuers Down Under was like the last voice that you heard. Zsa Zsa Gabor, I believe,
yes.
played the
Oh,
Lady Mouse and stuff.
yes. I'm seeing
Yeah,
like one of
don't
the
confirm
courses.
that, please. But I think it was Zsa Zsa Gabor because her voice was like she had that voice that you hear sometimes.
Yeah, there's
Sophisticated, nice voice, sultry. I guess is one word to say it.
like the Gabor sisters
Yeah,
were
yeah,
something. I always mix them up because they sound similar.
yes. Yes, kids, or anyone that's listening to us this far as we're 18 minutes in, we do know random facts about older about older actors, actresses of the time before we were born. This is what
Hmm.
happens sometimes if you're the child of boomers, or you just pay attention to random facts that you learn by watching these things. And I have to
Hmm.
encourage you keep this going for future use.
Yeah.
And I forget who voiced the male mouse, but he was also famous. He was also a famous actor.
Bob Newhart.
Bob Newhart. Yes, yes.
Yeah. Yep. The great Bob Newhart.
Hmm.
Who had like two shows. But Bob Newhart show, and of course the infamous Newhart.
Newhart
The
because it was spoiler.
bad
It was
ending.
a dream.
Hmm.
All 7 seasons or whatever it was a fucking dream. Fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a dream, and it was a dream that connects back to his original show, the Bob Newhart show. So it's all
Infamous.
circle. It's one of those infamous ending. Oh, it's up there from St. Elmo's. No, St. Elsewhere, where this where the show was in the imagination of a young autistic kid,
Hmm. Still
which
gotta
was
watch
just a
that.
yeah St. Elsewhere. It was ER for ER, more or
Hmm.
less. A medical drama, and had Mr. Feeney so as one of the main
Oh,
doctors.
Saint Elsewhere was a show. I thought you meant
Yeah,
Saint Elmo's Fire. That's my mistake. Okay,
mm,
Saint Elsewhere. Okay, okay.
I was mixed that up. The St. Elsewhere. Um, but there's interesting implications if it's all child's action. Does that mean homicide life on the street is also in this kid's head?
Hmm.
Because some of because a couple of the St. Elsewhere characters do make an appearance, and a lot of the creators of the show made were involved in homicide from also homicide from the same people who made The Wire, or at least the book was, because David Simon
Hmm.
wrote book, which then became the basis of series, and then he did The Wire sometimes years later.
Hmm.
Um, also for those who don't know, John Munch, the character of Richard Belcher, came from Homicide Life on the Street. Just
Hmm.
fun fact, who knows? I mean, Homicide was a really good series. It didn't last and last as long as Law and Order or SVU, because it only lasted pulling up 7 seasons. I mean, sadly, they just stuck it on the worst night of the week, at the worst times on you can think. Um, 10 o'clock on Friday.
Oh yeah, that's a bad start. Yeah, that's a bad
And
start.
the only reason they kept it gone was because it started winning Emmys.
It's ironic. Hmm.
Yeah. And mainly because Andre Braugher, who, if many people probably know him as the captain in Brooklyn 999, he was probably the breakout star of that show.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, he won an Emmy for this role. Um, also had Jeff and Kodo. Many Alien fans remember him as being that. Freddy's dead. People remember him from that role. James Bond, Never Let Die, as the main villain. He was the lieutenant in the series. But yeah, but getting back into this, endings and stuff like why I say it because a couple of the characters make like brief appearances in Homicide, so it's just interesting how like this kid quote unquote imagination. The metaphysical implications are interesting, but reality it's just a show. Just relax. You know, that's what I say. Etc. Etc.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, it is just point out interesting parallels and connections.
Nice. Learned something new.
Yeah. Name.
Was it one of the Gabor sisters or just a mouse?
Yes.
Yay. Okay.
Yeah, she didn't see the one the most. I forget
Yes.
which one, but I do know that he has said after that role, one of them did the best way shortly after.
Yes. Hmm.
Yeah, like that's like your last role on like, big script.
So, and how do we get here? Because we were talking about Sherlock Holmes that Mike is currently reading from his childhood, and he's enjoying it.
Yes, yes, I am. Yes, I am. Like the book was originally out of print, but I found out that it's back in print. So this is an updated version.
Keep it away from Layla.
Yeah, definitely. Because my poor exit, Sherlock Holmes, is a interesting book. Um, yeah, the first, like, my original copy got ripped by Layla, and I still mourn that poor book. I got a second copy of it, which my dad has somewhere now, but because he likes reading Sherlock Holmes books. Yeah,
God, the pain of losing a look. Okay, then I got to this point. The pain of losing a book that you really love, and it got torn apart by a toddler at the time.
yeah.
That shit is that shit. That pain don't go away. It subsides, but it's always there.
I died.
Like
I
you
turned
die.
white. I, I died. My spirit left me like Ed as he got beaten. And Jeff has to like, I'll save you, brother.
I'll save
Or
you.
I
It's fine.
or I turn white like like I said like in Demon Slayer I made that crack in the end. He turned white like that one character.
The oh yeah, that vampire, not demon lady vampire. That's
Yeah, the vampire. Like,
like she just turns white when her assistant says something. And it's like,
yeah, something like yeah, like yeah, I'm gonna just kill him or something like that. I forget now the context. Like it's like what?
yeah, it was just yeah. That was like how it was. It was fucking painful. Losing
It
a
was
book, physically ripped from its hinges, from its original printing. It fucking
yeah,
hurts.
and it was also my great uncle's book too, because
Oh,
my great uncle loved Sherlock Holmes. May he rest in peace. He
R.I.P.
yeah, he loved Sherlock Holmes. He had like a bunch of books, and that, that was definitely one of them. And yeah,
Destroyed by his great grandniece, his great grandniece, great grandniece, great grannies.
so yeah, great grandniece, I think. Yeah,
How did she get her hands on the book though? Seriously?
I think my dad left the table, and yeah, and I come home, and I see it ripped, and I just died. I
Layla,
think
like Layla.
my, my spirit left me.
I am amazed that you were able to at least. I mean, I'm surprised you didn't just drop dead faint like, like Michael, what's
I,
wrong?
I could have. I mean, I think I almost did.
Oh no! What did happen to you, my baby?
I almost did a penguin, but my baby, my baby, no.
What have they done to you? What have they done?
What's it? What's it? I was being
My
like that guy. Look
my
what they
beautiful
did.
baby boy. My boy.
What's it? My poor little boy. It's just, I know it's like a super serious moment in the movie, but nowadays it's kind of like it's funny
Yes,
because
but oh my god, I'm so. It's still what we're saying is it's so painful that he lost
yeah,
that book.
it's
And
so
a very older book lost to time that you can never
yeah,
get back again.
yeah. No, it's not that.
Not
I
like
think
not that
I
copy at least.
yeah, not that copy. They get another exact copy. Looks it's pretty much the same version, so just a different version. And yeah,
Yes. Uh,
that's what I got. And
okay, I think we're having a good time. That's like 30 minutes.
hell yeah,
Okay, I guess with me, besides Mike, because he has been here on the group stuff that we've been doing sometimes, but not always. But it's kind of which is disappointing, but at work. But
yeah,
lately for me, I took the plunge and I was able to find a PS5, a good used version of it, physical copy that can play physical media because, of course, physical media will never die. Damn it, don't let that shit die. And the
Yes.
PS5 is awesome. It works great. I have not experienced any random powered shutdowns or whatever. It works stupendously, and I love it.
Hell yeah.
I
That's
have,
good.
yes, the first PS5 game I have played, besides Resident Evil 4 Remake, is another game called Ghostwire Tokyo, which is like it's like Ghost Hunt mixed with Holic, mixed with urban mythos of Japanese folklore, myths, and urban legends all combined together in Tokyo, where a guy who a guy wearing a demonic Oni mask or whatever has somehow trapped all of Shibuya in some kind of pocket dimension where the, where the man is thin man like shadow creatures are attacking people, and everyone has been turned to spirits except for the main character and his spirit partner, who was human but now is technically kind of dead for now. I mean, you harness his spiritual power to stop and save spirits and stop the spiritual infestation, as it were. And the main character's sister is also a part of the plot because she gets kidnapped,
Oh
and
no.
so it's your job to like fix everything and try to save your sister or whatever. And it's good and it's great. I'm loving it too.
Uh-huh.
E4 as well is great. I died at the beginning because I did not know what the fuck I was supposed to do. But the first part of when you're in the village and these people are just trying to kill you, and apparently you have to survive for 4 minutes before the bell goes off, and that's where this true story begins of RE4, where you play as Leon Kennedy, and you have to find the president's daughter, and that's what I'm currently doing, and I'm trying to learn the ropes of it. It's fun.
Uh-huh.
It's frustrating, but fun, I can say. I'm taking my time with it. I know there are people who have already beaten it. Congrats to them. I know our friend Charlie has already beaten it. Congrats to him.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah.
And I'm just gonna take my time because I am in no particular rush to like beat it. I just want to enjoy myself because reasons. Um,
Hell yeah.
I'm also playing Trails of Azure, the sequel to Trails of Zero, Crossbell Duology. Loving that game as well. I finally beaten Sonic Frontiers, and it was good. And I'm just waiting for the DLC stuff to start, which one of them already dropped, which is not really like compelling for me to play right now, but I will play it like, once again when we get to like more of the good shit. I'd say. So,
Uh-huh.
and I guess to finish up, as well as today is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, a 1990 film. It is its 33rd anniversary.
Hell yeah. What a good time to be a Turtles fan in 1990. The died of the comics, the 87 series, and this movie. It was just a great time to be a Turtles fan.
It was, and the 1990 film still holds up no matter how many times time goes on. That movie still holds as being one of the best
Yeah.
TMNT adaptations.
Yes, I love it a lot. I love it a lot. Um, I think I love it more than the sequel. The sequel is amusing.
As funny and memeable and as it is,
I mean,
yeah.
yes, as memeable. They're babies. And stuff like
Baby! Oh my god.
yeah. And God bless Stephen Warner. He's just great in that small role. Uh, the doctor, who gets filling for Patrick Stockman. No,
Hmm.
yeah, he was Patrick Stockman. My man.
I mean, he had the fucking hair.
I mean, might as well have been Patrick Stockman, at least in that movie for
Yeah. And I guess we had to have a music break at the end with fucking Vanilla Ice.
with our eyes.
Not that I'm
The
saying it's a
gun is
bad scene. It's just when you think about it and watch, it's like, oh god, this is coming. Fuck.
it's like oh no, it's 90s.
It has the peak of 1992. It smells of it, and
Yeah,
I mean, as a kid, I liked it, really did.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
When you watch it now, it's like, ugh.
It's like ooh, a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, we don't really need this. Okay. I guess, the most tragic, or at least in the sense of that movie, was Super Shredder.
Oh yeah, super shit. Kevin Nash. Oh, I mean, it was insane, to say the least, but he was free.
Ugh, he just bulked up and everything, and he wanted to kill the turtles, but everything collapsed upon him, and he died.
Yeah,
What a
he's like,
pathetic, what a fucking way to go. Come on.
yeah, and he's become like, and like, especially in some modern Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game, Super Shred's like the final version of you battle,
Yes, he was. Yes.
like the Turtles 3, like that game, uh, Turtles of Duck, obviously, um, Shredder's Revenge, more or less, it's the final version of you battle.
Yes, he is. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Which still, Shredder's Revenge is still fun to play. I need to continue playing it because I do need to unlock like the other endings. I just been like farting around with it, but I will play it again.
Yeah, same here. I want to try to beat it myself, the solo. Yeah,
It takes a
maybe.
minute when you're solo, so you gotta be careful. You don't have a friend to like help you out with it.
Yeah, I mean, I could, but yeah, no, I've been getting breakfast on Netflix.
It's so fun to play, like if you want to just beat them up and everything, and just know where you're going and shit. And it's like so many
Mm,
references from the cartoon series. Like as you get older and everyone else knows about the 1987 film, it seems like no one really pays that much attention because they think it's just goofy. But that shit did 10 years, and the first 7 to 8 years was fun before it got superly dark because Edge of the 90s. Dark.
yeah, and then they like say, "Are we gonna get the Shredder for Lauren Drag?" I mean, Tony J's great actor villain. Um, it was probably too late to switch villains.
Seriously, yeah, pretty much. Hmm.
I mean, he did a good like the other villain. I go home. Believe it or not, he played two Teenage Ninja Turtle villains.
Uh,
He played a electric villain, just similar to the Darkwing Duck villain. Knockoff. No.
but so the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon series at the time just fell off hard. Even though you still liked it, it just lost its shine. Everything was darker, grimmer, and when you add like mutations to the mix, it just fucked everything up.
Mm-hmm.
One day, I guess at some point we're gonna have to rewatch some episodes together,
Yes,
make a
I do.
commentary out of it or something like that, or like
Oh
an
yeah,
after commentary, like and just talk about it.
oh yeah, got the complete series. It's all 10 seasons. Um,
That's gonna be a chore, but we can do it. And
yes.
it'll be fun to be watched. I mean, it will be watched to watch its humble beginnings to the second, third, fourth, fifth seasons or whatever when it showed on CBS Kids and just random fun
Mm-hmm.
and like their animation style more or less.
Mm-hmm.
Raphael found that pad frog girlfriend of his that never came back sadly.
Oh yeah, that's right. That
Donatello. Oh, go on.
I'm just remembering some things like Raphael's girlfriend, uh, Donatello, just different voices occasionally
Mm-hmm.
due to one sector being unavailable at the happens.
Mm. I don't think I noticed the different voices actually, depending.
It, it happens occasionally.
Mm. But yeah, there's like a lot of key episodes. There's like a lot of periodic episodes that you might have liked or disliked.
Mhm.
That entire show, but it's still fun to watch. Like memories of being a kid. Remember the Burger King promotions of getting like. I remember I randomly went to Burger King on base with my mom once, and I got a Burger King kids meal, and I also came with a VHS copy of um April Fool's Day or something, where it was like a Prince and a Pauper kind of story where April has like an identical twin who's a princess, and and they somehow got mixed up on some shit like that.
Oh yeah.
So I got that on VHS. I had a couple of the cartoons on VHSs, and sadly, one of them I think the tape got damaged because I was just watching it too much, and it was like kind of heartbreaking when I think about it.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah, I got.
happens because I did watch a lot of that. I did watch a lot of TMNT cartoons, like after school when I got home or from the city or whatever. Watch some TMNT randomly. I miss those days.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I remember one particular time when I was watching it, I had a bad fucking headache, and this is before I knew what migraines were. But I remember, like, did you ever have that moment when you're just watching a tape, and you fall asleep, and then when you wake up, stop and wake up in the middle of the night, and your tape is just done, and it's all like you hear like, or you randomly wake up and you hear the family home entertainment noise wake you up randomly, knowing that the tape is done to wake you up or whatever.
Yeah. Remember those days?
Like, oh shit, I missed it. I gotta rewind it, and then you fall back asleep again. Like, fuck
Yeah.
me. Fine, I'll go to
Yeah.
bed.
Yeah. It's time to go to sleep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you're that tired and you ran to wake up due to that noise, your ass needs to go to bed. Don't stay up.
Yeah.
There's nothing to
Yeah.
do. Go back, take your ass to bed. Um, yeah, TMNT 1990 33rd anniversary, which is big because big movie. I don't need to tell you the premise because you have probably watched it.
Mhm.
It had a good beginning, good. I mean, not a beginning, good middle, good end. Yes, everyone loved. Like, yes, everyone loved seeing Casey Jones and his one-liners.
Yeah.
Totally fucking epic.
Mhm.
Uh Seeing April O'Neil help out the turtles and her trying to help them and shit. Great to hear from what's her name. She's still active in the acting scene, I believe, but not as
Mhm.
much.
Mhm.
One sec. I'm looking her up now. Judith Hall. Judith Hall. Hoig. She was only in that one movie, sadly. And she didn't come back for the remaining series because the remaining two movies because they went a different direction and they got like another one who was also good as April in her own way. Oh, the third one. We try not to talk about the third fucking movie because it's just sad.
Mhm.
Not sad in a
Mhm.
sad way, but sad as in it's very fucking exhausting. They totally just fuck the bed with this shit. It doesn't really matter
It was sweet.
anymore. Just damn. We got this far, and now it's just nothing more than a joke. Not that I don't mind, but you really couldn't go home.
Mhm.
Like you couldn't go home again at that point.
Sadly.
Yes, I mean it's just like the Batman films. It
Now
had
they
a big
kind
had a big two things, even if the second one was too kinky. But third one
of
was good. Had up a little bit. Right.
season, and then Batman Robin. Yeah. Yeah. The ice.
I don't
The
believe.
ice might have killed the.
I don't believe the. I don't believe that movie is as bad as everyone says it is because of cynicism and shit.
No, it's not. It's not as bad. It's
It's
actually
not that bad, really. It's better than Fan Force. I can tell you that much.
oh yeah, a lot of movies are better than first thing. Even
Yes,
that stupid eight heads in a duffel bag. Who I keep bringing up because that third grandma getting thrown under the pan scene.
yes,
It that's a bad movie, but I think I mean it's bad for other reasons, but it's like it it's at least you can drink and make fun of it.
yes,
Have
and
fun.
not in a mean way, but in a funny. Okay, this is
Yeah,
stupid, but like we get it, we get the joke.
yeah. It's like the premise is dumb, but you can at least enjoy it. Fan first thing I have no idea how you can enjoy it.
And Force again, as you've already know, people who ever got to this point, thank you. And thank you for 70 subs. I not expect we ever get
Yes,
that far. Shocking. Thank you.
yes,
Keep up good work. And if it's really if you're watching this, it's fine. But I would encourage also continue showing love to like Rocky's whole video. She's
yes.
doing good. She's
They're
doing such a fantastic job, and we love her.
yes, they're great.
Yes, bringing better perspectives about manga and stuff and all that history. That's a good thing to learn. So I would also
Yeah,
suggest go to her video if you continue watching this. Please go listen to her video because I think that that'd be a little bit more educational than whatever I'm trying to do on this section of my part of CJM Extra.
mhm,
At this point, I don't know why I'm continuing this, but I'm just enjoying just like randomly talking with friends and shit about the most random things that we can't really talk about on the main stuff because we are primarily focused on what is it? What we're doing, like retrospective commentaries or something, whatever.
mhm. Yeah,
Which we are
mm,
hopefully almost done, but hopefully we're almost
yeah. I
done.
think we got maybe at least 2 weeks left to plot us to finish, and
Yes,
then we'll get to our episode. Hopefully, at that point.
it'll probably be in the middle of April at best.
Yeah, and then we'll get to Van Red sometime in mid to late April.
Yeah, but but yeah. So look forward to our Blood Plus commentary because I'm holding off on my word. I'm holding off my opinion on that entire show, and everyone else seems to be feels like they're enjoying it. That's a good thing, more or
Yeah,
less. But you'll hear our respective opinions about watching Blood Plus as a whole when we go
that's
from
right.
there.
Me, you rewatching it again after 10 plus years, 15 years, something
I
like that.
think almost 18 because that thing came on Adult Swim randomly, right?
Yeah, you're right. So it's been a bit since I've watched it in full.
And I'll say this, and you'll probably hear me in it if anyone got to this point. Thank you. That's my go-to phrase for today. Um, that I remember it coming on Adult Swim, but at very odd hours of the night. I only could watch at 1 or 2 points. I couldn't go to sleep. That's pretty much it. I never paid it much attention, and that's all I'll
Mm-hmm.
say right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a long show for the time it came out, which is surprising because it was like the mid 2000s that show came out.
Yeah,
So it's kind of I'm kind of amazed they actually made it up to like what 49 episodes or 50.
yeah. It was interesting
Mm,
times are different back then.
yes. Anyway, thank you for 70 subs. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, yes. Get us
Um,
ever closer to our destiny.
we're not gonna talk about that until we got 30 more subs, people. We ain't gonna talk about
Yeah,
Fan Force Stick. I'll say this much: that this will be the fucking last time I watch Fan Force Stick. It will not tear up my heart, but I am just fucking done with this at this point.
yes. It might break Chris's heart, but our hearts have already been broken.
Oh, immensely. And there's no at this point. It's like you're like just smoking, like you're not drinking a beer, or smoking, just taking a smoke and saying, let's just get this shit over with, whatever."
Yeah, you can bring out the booze at that point.
Yeah,
Double
because
booze,
it's like,
maybe.
fuck this shit. Why am I doing this again?
Maybe I have to bring in some stronger. No beer ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna need that pure bourbon.
honestly, honestly, I feel like if I broke my leg, like my kneecap or something, the tendon, and I got oxycontin, shit would work for that shit. Honestly, that's a strong
Mm-hmm.
drug though. Not that I encourage it because that shit's very addictive. So just beware. If you have like any surgeries, oxycontin, it'll kill the pain, but my god, you will be fucking high off your ass if you're not
Mm-hmm.
careful. But that's from personal experience at one point in my life. Um, not that I became addicted. It was just, oh man, it was just, damn. Anyway, moving on. I think I was saying something about, oh god, I forget what I was talking about. It doesn't matter. We're 50 minutes in, so we're almost close to closing time. Oh right, TMNT, great movies. Third movie sucked. Batman and Robin, not that bad. It's like it's bad, but like yeah,
It's
you can still watch
bad,
the
but
damn
you
thing.
can really still fuck with.
Batman Forever was a little bit horny in terms of Nicole
Yeah,
Kidman's doctor character.
yeah. She's like, it's like I need to bet the.
She does, and it's like it's very apparent if you watch it. It's like, damn, she's just fucking horny.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's Nicole Kidman before she's like super famous, more or less. So
Mm-hmm.
she's not dialing it in like how Jennifer Lawrence dialed in her shit for Mystique in the last two movies of X-Men. but but Nicole Kidman, she just played the part and it was good for her. That's all. She's a psychologist. She kickboxes, does the Tybo shit, is trying to date Bruce. She's just there, honestly. She's just there to be pretty. We all know it. We all know it, and that's it. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we all loved Chris O'Donnell as Robin because he was so cool and edgy. He flipped over stupid poles and clothes and shit or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I digress with those movies. Then we went to then came kind of a, a commodity that didn't really feel like it should be touched for like a decade until Chris Nolan and the Batman, and then the Batman Rises. What was it? Dark Knight, and then the Batman
Yeah.
Rises.
Yeah.
Three movies are good, but again, sadly, that what was her name? The second movie. What's her name?
Um,
Kate.
and the original Dawes character, better remember, did I choose Maggie Jones?
She played this character strictly for the movies, and they totally just fridged her ass so quickly. The second film, it was apparent that okay, this is not nice to women whatsoever. You literally just made her a plot device, and she had nothing going on for her going on whatsoever. And
Yes,
then you fucking kill her, like, oh god, fuck you, Nolan. Why would you do that shit?
that's true. I mean, yeah, he fished her.
I mean, that's a big problem I have with that movie because, like, oh my gosh, you deliberately just killed her like that. Fuck you, man. But whatever.
Yeah, that'd make her death trigger of creation of Two Face. Yeah,
Which was really not earned when I think about it. It was
no, no.
good. That was like one of the major One of the major points of that movie. He was like, oh.
I mean, it's good acting, but yeah, but the plot, I was like, yeah, a little sus now because of bridging.
Mm-hmm. Okay. At the time, everyone loved it, apparently.
I mean, it was good for its time. It still is good, but there's still problems with it.
Yes.
It's as good as it is, as good as a overall series as it is. There are still flaws and issues I have with it,
Mm.
particularly the whitewashing
Oh
and
my god, of Rachel Ghoul and oh god, and
and
Bane.
Bane.
Oh,
I mean, as charming as British Vader is, Bane was from the Caribbean for a
he
while.
is Spanish. He is actually smart. He's act.
Yes,
Oh, what? Oh my god, they just. Oh, oof,
and Rachel Poole is primarily Middle Eastern.
he is, and he has the and for all you small and for all you Damian Wayne fans, that is the grandfather from his mom's side. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So Damien is half Middle Eastern.
He is half, yes, he is half Middle Eastern, and in the comic, apparently, he does have a darker skin tone like Arabians.
Yeah, yeah, which is
Even though he
exact.
looks like, even though resembling it, he looks like a young Bruce, but more angry.
Yeah, English.
Everything for
It's
some
not
reason.
the father.
Yes, that's exactly what he said. Father. Like,
Good time.
I feel bad for my boy Tim. He's just doing his best, and fucking Damien just always tries to troll his ass and shit, and vice versa. They got an interesting
And
relationship.
yeah, and Dix is like, uh,
Go read the Batman family comics or whatever. It's really good. Apparently, it's very fun.
yeah, there's humorous movies, including one where Kate trolls Bruce, where instead of like, where like KK, instead of bringing his like normal dark outfit, I think it's like rainbow colored or something.
Because she is part of the LGBT. She is a lesbian, very well known one.
If it doesn't know, Kate is Bruce's cousin.
Yes, from his mom's side.
Yeah, his mom said so. She's aware who he is.
Kate Kane is a great. I think she's a good character if you have her in the right stories and context. She's a good character.
Yes, I mean, I, I hope one day she's like some movies or in the game. Be nice.
Yeah, pretty much. It would be nice to see what she could do. I mean, the show did its best, but we've talked about that at various points, and you know my feelings on that shit. So we're just gonna move on.
Yeah, nice. I should have kept recast, but this is mine.
Yeah, but what can you do? But then again, CW DC shows are ending at this point. We're on the last season of Flash. Things are happening. It doesn't really matter.
Very true.
And I believe Green Arrow's supposed to come back for like one of the last episodes.
Yes,
I guess they're gonna retcon his vanishing point or some shit like that. Whatever.
I guess they both flash like in a flashpoint, like Trump or something, like like weirdness.
I mean, I don't hate the Flash. It's a Grant Gustin, great Flash, very great Flash. I like Grant. He's good.
Mm,
Just that show went off. I think I just stopped paying attention when he got married to Iris.
mm.
And it's not even like the fact that they grew up as siblings. And it's like I don't it's kind of weird for me like God, okay.
Well, that's always that weird gray area.
It is like you married her kind of dude, you grew up with her, but she's your sister kind of, right? Don't you feel like more familial love and not
Uh,
just an actual crush?
yeah, I mean, it's also like don't Aaron Mikasa kind of like thick as well. A
Mm,
little bit, kind of not. I mean, similar. That's all I come home with. That's close
Mm. Oh well.
at the moment. Unless I gotta go dig, but I'm not gonna go through that rabbit hole.
Mm. There's a lot of
No, no,
there's a lot of
weird.
there's a lot of rabbit holes in comics and in the shows that can be kind of like dark. Like,
Now,
I don't want to go through this shit. It's fine. Just leave it
now, like that rabbit hole. It's like, yeah.
alone. But Flash is ending this year. That's all you need to know. If you're that curious about it, go for it. If you're wondering, what about the Superman show? I guess it's going fine, but it's probably on Netflix too. Whatever. Much
And,
love to like Tony Hecklin.
yeah,
I think his name is
yeah.
Anthony.
And apparently people are hate watching Gotham Knights because
Why are you keeping that damn show alive? Don't do it.
they keep it alive. The only reason I probably watch is for Duella. Nobody else, because nobody else looks interesting.
Do not hate watch a show. It will come back with a vengeance. God damn you people.
It might come back for a second season and probably end because I can't imagine it lasting any longer. Maybe one was generous. I thought two maybe, but after that it'd be completely weird.
I really can't be. I'm just amazed that people watch Gotham Knights. Really?
think I think people are just like feel like I gotta watch to see how bad it is because it's like a train wreck.
We know how
And
bad it is, but come on, don't watch the damn thing. But
yeah, but you can't help but look away. It's kind of like that that weird like feeling. It's bad, but I can't look away.
yeah,
Too late.
true. I get it.
Sometimes sometimes. I mean, yeah, you can wait, but like it's like voyeurism. It's like it's train wreck, but I gotta watch this.
Mm.
Sometimes I like
But I guess. Oh wait. I mean, the most surprising thing as well as Riverdale is actually going to end this year too. I stopped watching Riverdale, so don't ask me what the fuck happened. They dealt with the multiverse theory. It was weird, and that's all I'm going to tell you. I do not want to divulge anything else because I damn. All right. Uh. Anyway, we're an hour in, and I feel like we can talk about one more thing or two. But yeah. Okay, so to conclude, one or two things. One, earlier this year, Mike and I, like Mike and Ike, Mike and I went to go see Ant-Man Quantumania.
Yes, we did.
And that movie, for some odd reason, brought out the inner cynical I'm a reviewer from fanboys and girls all across the world for some odd reason, while half of everyone else was saying it wasn't that bad. What the fuck are you talking about? This isn't Avengers. Look, Quantumania just I don't know what the fuck it did. I honestly liked it. I know it wasn't the Avengers, so whatever. I mean, I'm never having the Avengers be peak for me. So okay, it did its own thing. This is it's Ant-Man. How can I say this? Mm. Oh, that's cute.
I enjoyed it.
It's enjoyable. I mean, if there a couple of things I could have worked on, I don't know. I just shut off my brain. I just enjoyed the wackiness uh of Scott Scott being in the quantum realm with his family, and the family establishment of Scott's daughter is being like very how can I say this? She was being very we can do more for the people kind of thing. She's like a Gloria Steinem kind of person, kind of vibe to her a little bit. Dad, we can do more with the technology we have. No, I'm liking what I have right now. We saved the world from devastation.
Yeah.
Hope is like doing the business part of expanding certain places with her whole building process or whatever. She's fine, and apparently Scott's daughter refers to Hank and Janet Pym as her honorary grandparents at this point because she just calls them grandpa and grandma, and I love it. It was great.
Yeah. That's great, Mom.
They are all family, even though it is funny. Scott did not marry Hope yet. It's kind of like
That's true.
I would
Like,
expect him to. I would literally thought there was been like a small angle, like, okay, are they engaged or are they still dating? Because this is weird if your daughter's already calling her parents her grandparents and shit. Like, if your own child's already calling them grandma and grandpa, you gotta do something, Scott. I'm sorry, you gotta do something.
mm-hmm.
Up the question already for Hope. I'm positive Hope would say yes because by the end of that movie, he was like, she come. Oh god. Do we explain it, or do we just go off that and assume people already know what happens?
Well, the thing about this point, most people know. So, it, it was something.
Hmm, it was. Apparently, Hope had connections. Of course, being in the quantum realm for a bit, she was part of a resistance crew and dealt with Jonathan Majors as Kang, and
Mm-hmm.
he was like the baddest Kang of all because reasons, and he was gonna try to
Yeah.
get off the quantum realm because his alternate selves put him there because he was the baddest of us all.
Yeah, they're
And
like, we gotta banish you so you can't escape.
and sadly, um, Janet Van Dyne was helping him because of course she wouldn't know, of course. And then she realized she heard him say something that just set off her a red flag, like, oh shit, this guy is
Yeah,
bad. He cannot leave, and so
he's bad news. He can't be trusted.
cannot be trusted. I gotta stop him in any way I can. So she shrinks this core of his ship into like a miniature another realm or something, and she escapes. But apparently, Kang has conquered quantum realm apparently and put in a dictatorship, and he has all this vast technology from his timeline or whatever. It's a thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then Scott and his family wind up there because his daughter was messing around with sending out a beacon or some shit like that. Janet found out. She says, "No, you need to turn it off now. You do not know what you're doing. You do not want what's down there to come up here." And that's how the adventure begins. And they get separated, and it becomes a thing. And the daughter eventually gets her own suit that she has been practicing with to shrink.
Mm-hmm.
Oh right, and apparently, and I don't know where the fuck you people are who are claim to be hardcore fans of M.O.D.O.K. Seriously, fuck off the pot already. Stop shitting and just realize get the fuck out of here. Seriously.
I never met a hardcore fan of M.O.D.O.K.
And
I've always,
where the
he's
fuck
always been
where
a
what?
joke character. He's always been D-list. He's been like Kite Man to me for like the longest time. So he's there.
M.O.D.O.K? You are upset what he did to fucking M.O.D.O.K? Seriously? We're there. You are really you're pushing this shit
We're,
too much, right?
we're really stretching because M.O.D.O.K's always been a D-list character.
Yeah, he's a big-headed man in a fucking suit, and of course they're gonna interpret him this way. So who cares?
Yeah, because let's be honest, M.O.D.O.K is a joke.
He is.
He's just there.
He can
Like I
be
said,
he can be villainous, of course, and of course he can be a threat, but eventually he does get
yeah,
defeated.
yeah, yeah, true. Like just, just the character of M.O.D.O.K himself is just like he's there.
He's there. A floating head. What the fuck did you Oh god, you're really upset by fucking M.O.D.O.K?
I mean, what do you want? Like he's M.O.D.O.K.
to
I mean,
say.
they honestly did something interesting with that because like it is Moda.
It's M.O.D.O.K. And yet, it's noteworthy now. Everyone has shut up about it at this point in time, which is fine because all went quiet real quick, though. You had your moment to shine, and now no one doesn't forgive a fuck about fucking M.O.D.O.K.
Apparently not.
So, anyway, it's pretty much Kang is the big bad that you gotta defeat because Scott realizes to save his daughter, he has to find the core to his ship. He goes there. There's multiple versions of him due to quantum mechanics and shit, time variants, whatever you want to call them. Hope comes in to save him, keep him focused as well, and it just turned into total chaos at this point where they gotta stop Kang from coming back to the surface because you do not want his ass leaving this place.
No.
And it just becomes a big wild front of a rebellion and fighting. Scott goes completely big giant and everything. It's awesome to see. He's like totally he's totally angry at Kang for tricking him or whatever for his daughter, and his daughter kicks M.O.D.O.K's ass eventually. Yeah, she also turns into stature, or at least uses embiggening. Not embiggening. That's Ms. Marvel. She grows big, and her dad and him have a moment. It's great to see. So Cassie, that's her name. Cassie is that's her name. Yeah, Cassie's safe. She knows what she's doing. She got big like her dad. Big appetite. It tastes like you need like it has like an aftertaste of orange or some shit like that. I don't know. They all kick ass, and when they're about to leave, Kang starts busting out the big guns and beats the crap out of Scott. And Scott realizes he has to keep him here, no matter what the sacrifice. And honestly, I felt like it was just going to end with Scott being trapped in the quantum realm with Kang for a bit, and
Yeah.
eventually Hope. So it felt like, okay, this is how they're going to meet their end. I guess for now, it's fine.
Yeah.
But it
No.
doesn't.
No.
Yeah, Hope gets some couple blasting with her little stinger blast thingies or whatever, and I think he it gets to somehow he shrinks into the bottomless dimension or some shit like that or whatever.
Yeah.
Cassie is able to is able to bring them home, and Scott realizes, I guess, that there's always work to do, but he knows he'll be fine because he can do it if he puts his mind to it. His daughter as well, and Hope is fine. And then he wonders one thing, like, what did we do the right thing? I mean, with all this whole thing with the Kangs and everything, did I do the right thing? Could he come back? Because he's going to meet alternate versions of himself, of his personality in that bottom realm. If he gets the core thing, okay, I won't think about it too much. Oh, whatever.
Yeah. Not
Then we
realizing that
yeah. Uh,
there's gonna be more of them.
yeah, and apparently in a post-credit scene there is a council
Council
of
Kang.
Kangs.
All of them.
That shit kind of made my blood go run cold a little bit at the end because like, oh my god,
Yeah. They're doing it. Like the Council of Kang is real and
they
they're
were
coming.
celebrating about to invade whatever the fuck they're about to do, and it was just like, oh my gosh,
Touch them on.
what the fuck is everyone gonna do with Kangs running around?
Yeah. Some of them bad, some of them probably goofy, but all terrible. Maybe. No.
And then we get one more credit of a brief image of season 2 of Loki.
Loki, where we get to see Victor Timely, which is Kang going back in time, etc.
Mm,
And so there's gonna be more Kang stuff in that series.
yes, it'll be
Of
fun to
course,
see.
Loki. Yes. Whenever that comes up. There's been like plays, some shows.
Yeah, because I think Disney's trying to now just say, okay, we can't just them all out conveniently because one, the fans will just complain about it. So we're gonna do some cleanup and try to do quality over quantity. Oh no, quantity over quality. No, quality over quantity. Give us good
Yes.
quality, but the quantity of how much comes out in 1 year will be limited to like maybe one or two, and that's it.
Yes.
And that's for the best. And then with recent stuff with Disney, um,
Yeah.
firing that one lady that was head of the VR department and shit to
Yeah. To get rid of like like
Ike,
that of
get rid of
Marvel.
Ike, yes.
Yeah. And and somehow outsmarting the Florida.
Outsmarting fucking, I mean, not fucking, I'm sorry. Outsmarting Florida, particularly DeSantis. And
Yeah.
it is glorious to see that you don't fuck with them out. So I don't ever want to hear any back talk about Disney being a conglomerate. Yes, they are. Yes, they have changed a little bit, but they're still at the core. It is still Disney. We're gonna watch it. That shit. I don't know what the fuck anyone's saying. It's a conglomerate. Ah. Shut the fuck up. You're gonna be watching the damn thing. You know this, right? Still
Yeah.
giving money to the fucking mouse. Why are you complaining? Shut up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I'm being a bit too rough. I try not to be, but I do get irritated by these people, particularly the ones that just say, "Oh, they're so above Disney." Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I want to give credit to like independent filmmakers. You should give them a chance. Seriously, they could be the
Mm-hmm.
ones that can spearhead a new glory days, fucking movies of golden age of Hollywood or some shit like that. Seriously, it's a movie at the end of the day, and yeah, I would suggest don't take it so seriously. Yes, it's a conglomerate, but still love Disney. Watching Disney Plus, for fuck's sake. Why are you
Mm-hmm.
complaining? But the mouse did maneuver. I mean, Disney is playing chess at this point. They knew what they just did their fucking homework. They backed that shit up with facts and data and shit and whatever they did. It's fun to see.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess on unfortunate news, something about Jonathan Majors, which I don't know about, and I refuse to look it up because at this point, I don't want proof. I don't want to hear anything.
There's
I'm just going to let that, I'm just going to let that work itself out.
there's so many contradictions. It's just hard to know what is true and what's real at this point.
I am not going to pass judgment. I'm just going to I'm going to hopefully
Yeah,
hope
in a
for,
way, it's a serious thing. Hopefully, it gets resolved. And
yes.
you know, if Disney has to recast, that's fine. This now. Let's just wait and see what happens.
I hope it turned out for the best, and that's all I'm going to say, but whatever
Yeah.
happens, happens. But I refuse at this point to like make any. In the past, I might have already hopped on this, but I think I've changed at this point to be like, this is not my life. I have to work on my own shit. Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
It will resolve itself. Let's just calm the fuck down, or however, and just
Mm-hmm.
go about your fucking business. Any
Mm-hmm.
celebrity drama or VA drama
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter. Live your life. Be fans of the people, like their content or whatever. Remember, don't let it become the focal point of your life that you are giving up everything for people who don't really know you.
Mm-hmm.
You can like them, but realize that go about your business. Seriously. Unless it's something horrific that does come out, which is like horrific for anyone that has experienced such things. Um, just go about your business. That's all I'm going to say about that matter. And hopefully it does resolve itself. All parties at hand. Um, I'm not sure what to name this episode. Sorry, I really don't know what to name this episode. What do you think?
Um, from Holmes to I mean that's
Sherlock Holmes and of Sherlock, like from Sherlock Holmes to um, I don't know, to Sherlock Holmes
The
to
M.O.D.O.K.
Sherlock from Sherlock Holmes to M.O.D.O.K. Okay, yeah, that's the title. Thank you.
That's all you think of.
I mean, we did talk. I mean, we okay. I did rant
Yeah,
about M.O.D.O.K a time, but too much.
we did talk about M.O.D.O.K. Oh, M.O.D.O.K.
I mean, oh, and I forgot. The guy was from the first movie that he became M.O.D.O.K. that is now.
Yeah, I mean that's the way we can do. It's like I like that. I like that angle.
I mean, he thought he was gonna be. He thought he would turn into an Avenger at the end or something. Like, okay, that's sweet. Okay.
Yeah, I'm an Avenger. Yeah, sure. Best Avenger ever.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Okay. Sure, Jan. Okay. Let's let him have this. He's dying, right? Okay.
Yeah, he's leaking oil.
But I guess the way to end this, I don't want to end it on a sour note, but I saw at that point, I stopped listening to certain podcasts, or I'm trying to at this point, for their reviews of seeing Quantum Mania, because I feel
Mhm,
like some people are just far too spoiled for their own good at this point. Even who you might like their content, I think they're just too spoiled at this point with certain things.
mhm. Yeah,
Thankfully, X-Men fans, but whatever. Um,
yeah,
I've come a long
yeah.
way. I've not really. I'm giving the X-Men a break. Fucking long break.
I can understand.
I just can't with them anymore. I have stuck with the Fantastic Four, and and I will talk about this again. But when we get to the Fantastic Four part of the MCU, I am going to be that person who's going to ultimately defend this shit. I
Yeah,
I have already got hints of okay, people who have shit on Quantum Mania. They're probably going to be the same ones doing this for everything that's not the Avengers. And I suspect they're going to do the same thing for Fantastic Four. I am just
yeah.
waiting for this shit. I'm just waiting to hear it. I'm not going to try to hear it. I am just waiting for this shit to happen. So
Mhm.
I am going to be. No, I'm going to ignore them. At the same time, I am going to be that person that's going to say, this is going to be my joke. This is my going in the street, kicking my feet up as if I'm the Joker with Fantastic Four movie MCU coming out. I am gonna be that. I'm gonna be so obnoxious. I want one of you guys to say, Jeff, shut up. We get it.
I'm gonna record it. Like when the movie comes out, I'm gonna record just reaction,
Yes. I might
whether good
cry.
or
I
bad.
might laugh. I don't know.
I don't know what reaction will be. I'm hoping it's a good one and and not the one last time we went where yes.
Yeah. I think
I think I wanted to cry, but I couldn't because I was dead.
I believe when the time comes for Fantastic Four to come out, I think we should watch like Fantastic Four Fox movies before it comes out because of reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well,
look forward to that like in 2025 or something. If you listen long enough.
another couple of years.
4 years, yes. Um, when will we do CGM again? Extra? I don't know. This is pretty much a random thing at this point. If you do, I look forward to it when we try again next time, and hopefully we have more stuff to talk about or whatever.
Yeah. And maybe we'll get some more news about whether or not if Clayface will be in Batman 2 or not.
Yeah. All right. Right.
I mean, that's like a rumor. But hopefully get more information. More news, maybe.
I
Some more.
feel like yeah. I don't think we ever talked about the Batman though, right?
Yeah, or at least we haven't talked about, like, the rumors, speculation,
Hmm.
that a Clayface movie has been, like, pitched by Michael Flanagan. the director of Doctor Sleep.
Doctor Sleep was a good movie. Go watch that. That was a good fucking movie.
And he fits like a Clayface, so I'm not sure which Clayface, because there's been a bunch of Clayfaces in Batman's history.
Mm-hmm.
Is it gonna be Basil Carlo? Is it gonna be Matt Hagen? Is it gonna be somebody else? Who knows? Or
I only
is
know
it
the
gonna?
Clayface from the series, that Clayface version. That's it.
Yeah, yeah, that was Matt Hagen, which I think they combined like the Basil Carlo and Matt Hagen version
Mm-hmm.
together, like kind of like what they did with the Robin, or not the second Robin, Tim Drake version, where they got playing a little bit of Jason Todd with
Mm-hmm.
Tim's background, just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so, um, like in the Arkham game, Basil Carl's Clayface we fought for Arkham City.
He was like one of the final boss fights of that game.
Yes,
Very
yes,
cool, very
right.
awesome fight though. You gotta use a katana sword or whatever.
Yeah, it's great. One of the better boss battles in
And
that.
then in the third game, he transforms to people, which is just fucking creepy.
Yeah.
So just keep an eye out. I guess one day I guess we can just talk about Batman again at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Justice League. Talk about Justice League cartoon.
Yes.
That deserves a rewatch at some point.
That it does.
All the good and bad episodes. Not that there were bad episodes of Justice League, but there are some episodes I like. Okay, not really for me, but okay.
There were some episodes that are probably like, there were episodes that are better than other episodes,
I
I'd
mean,
say.
I'd say like Paradise Lost, the two-part episode was where Wonder Woman, Superman, Flash, Batman, and John Jones have to go save Paradise Island and shit from like areas awakening from Tartarus and some shit like that.
Oh, yeah. Those episodes. Where he got Robert Englund as Felix Falls.
Yes, and and that was actually one of the first times I ever saw Wonder Woman ever fucking like go hardcore, and she was like fighting Superman due to a spell, and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It shows that don't fucking mess with Wonder Woman if she's like going all out, because damn, that fight was just fucking metal right there.
You don't mess with an angry god.
You don't, even a Kryptonian. It's like Anna, oh,
I mean,
where's Superman?
mm-mm.
It's just so fucking great. And of course, the dynamic between her and Batman was just as great. Like Kevin Conroy, rest in peace. Sir.
It's rest in peace.
To think that he's gone, gracious.
Yeah, that's still perfect.
Yes. But whenever we watch Batman or the Justice League, he'll be there. Pretty much. He'll always be there.
Yeah, whenever we play the games, or or especially whenever they release Suicide Squad
Probably next
movie
year.
game, yeah, probably due to backlash, because WB being dumb
I
with their
mean,
decision.
at this point, yeah, pretty much. You might as well. I don't want. I hopefully the developers paid, and I want them just to be safe because
Yeah,
fans' reaction can be quite toxic too.
yeah, true enough. And like I want the best for us. I don't mind if they play, if they because we don't want another Arkham Knight porting PC
Please
issue.
don't make it about a fucking tank, please, God.
Yeah, we don't need another issue like that, or or what happened to Arkham Origins,
It was
where
all right,
where
but that was awesome.
yeah, that one because of glitches and like how glitchy that game came out. We don't want that to happen.
You don't want it.
Yeah, like Like you don't want to fall through the game into empty void.
You've
Don't want
mentioned
that.
that you fell through that fucking game.
Yeah, I did. I fell into the void.
Oh shit! I have
And,
to restart. Fuck.
yeah, because I got punched by Bane so hard I went through to the collision wall. That's how powerful Bane is in a game. He'll break the collision detector
Mm.
in the game.
Only time that game, no, Arkham City broke for me. That pissed me off. That's the only game that ever broke that I had to restart that game, and I was pissed. This was like my earlier parts of our friendship when we were on Skype or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe I should do. We should probably do like a "How did we all meet" kind of CGM extra at some point,
Oh,
just to
yeah.
see how much we've all changed and grew up more or less from our initial time starting Twitter and shit. Even
Mhm.
though thinking about it, it's kind of a horror story now.
True.
But I've rambled on long enough. We're an hour and 30 minutes in. I feel like we should end it. Thanks, Mike, for taking time out of your busy schedule to do this with me. It's always a pleasure, man.
You're welcome. Great being here.
And hopefully this was enjoyable. Again, if you want to go show some love to Rocky's video that came out like a week or two ago, I would highly suggest it. As well as give some love to some of those old CJM Star Wars commentary. Please give some love to those shit because I feel like even though we were very young in terms of what we were doing, 1918 views suck. So try to bump that shit up, please. That's all I ask.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
And don't worry, we will do sequels. We
yes,
promise.
yes, we will. Maybe in the summer. Hopefully, we gotta coax Chris into it. Finally, get that shit off the way and just take care of that sequel series because
Yeah.
I don't want this to drag on anymore. We do need to get that shit out the way.
Mm.
Good or bad, we gotta end that. We gotta end that story.
Yes, you gotta wrap up that chapter.
And it began with me saying, "What are metachlorians? You don't know what metachlorians are? Oh, fuck you, man! I'm gonna kick your ass if I ever meet you one day. Go fucking ass." But until then, I hope you like this or whatever. Thank you for 70 subs. And we will see you next time.
Later.
Jeez.